What happened to the body in the septic tank?
The body in the septic tank was a naked body, and I think that the knickers, she was still having the knickers on her body, if my eye was not deceiving me, because that's what I saw, as if she was still having the knickers on the body.
So at what point did you observe the body? Where was it at the time you saw? Just
only when the body was inside. So when they were retrieving the body from inside, because either when they were finished observing, I distanced myself because I became scared. Now another group came, after doing all those things, another group came, because the police told us there are some other group of people are coming to retrieve the body. So when those people came, I distanced myself from there, I went aside. Then when they are carrying the body from inside, I could not see, because you feel so much grief. And so they folded the body in a kavera and then they lifted. By the time when we are writing a statement, that's the time when they were what? Lifting the body with the kavera wrapped, taking it to the pickup. Yes. So in that process of lifting, I saw about 5 to 6 people, 4, 5, 6 people were lifting that body, taking it to the car. Then we continue. Afterward, we finish my statement with the one of the officer. When they had already taken the body behind, they had already closed the pickups, whatever door. Then they came back, say, now you are going to, all of us go inside and we check the house of Mr. Onebe, together with him and one of the representative of the children. Indeed, all of us entered inside. After entering inside, we all first sat in the sitting room. After sitting in the sitting room, the police started asking Mr. Onebe, do you watch this TV, this screen? Mr. Onebe said, these are for children. Then for him, he said, for me, when he comes, he goes straight to his room. Then after asking him those questions, then all of us got up. He led us to his master bedroom. From the bedroom, we first stood and the cameraman took the pictures, both of sitting room and in the bedroom, before opening anywhere to start checking the document, maybe which they are after. From there now, we decided to start with the wardrobe. And in the wardrobe, there are two sides. One side was for a madam, and one side was for the items of the man, after asking him. Then from there, we started with the side of the man. Then they recover a diary, I remember a diary, a red diary for 2020. And then there's a hat. A white hat also was recovered. I can't remember whether it was recovered from that white hat, I think from the side of the woman. Then there are some letters afterward, they went on the side of the woman. They recovered some letters both on his side of the wardrobe and the side of the woman. There are about 7 letters. So one of the content of the letter, first letter I think, was for application for his either traveling about for Mr. Onebe's traveling somewhere, one of the letter. And then I just saw the heading because the police were the one work. For us, our work was to witness what the police are doing because that was not our area really. We did not read. I did not read actually.
Is there any other thing that was recovered from the bedroom?
Those are the only thing they pick. A diary, which the content we don't know what was inside, because the police were the one opening, checking, and then say, get this one, put it there. Then I remember a diary of 2020. Then some application form, but from the High Court, but from where I don't know, for Mr. Onebe also was given and put aside. And then some letters, which after checking every books, about 7 of them. So those were the only thing we tried to witness in the bedroom of Mr. Onebe. And then afterward, we all came back to sitting room. When we came back to sitting room, they put everything in the police.
What's that?
It is the CID headquarters, whatever, copies of what they listed down. This is the copy of what we signed down, all of us who are in the house, and they gave it to us. And this is a copy for the LC. Yes, Council.
Show what were you saying?
It is here. Who should I hand it over to? Where I signed, the first person who signed was Mr. Onebe Francis. He signed and put his telephone number. The second person was the LC, represented Mr. Kenna Godfrey, Secretary LC1. I signed and I put my telephone number. So the rest of
show us where you signed.
I have signed here. This is where I signed.
What is the heading of that?
The heading is CID headquarters, PO Box 7973 Kampala on 8th of September 2021.
What is that written
In the ink is Kabalagala CRB 023/2121. Number 2. From that point,
Wait. Did you witness?
You don't agree for the document to be tendered by you. Yes, continue.
I mean,
from that point of signing, after signing, yes, my lord, from the point of signing, after everybody has appended their signatures on this charge certificate, the officer who was in charge decided to call off everything which was going on there now. Each one now, they are left the premises and went on their own. And then before we got out of the gate, there were very many journalists outside. They wanted to interview people. They wanted to do everything they wanted to do. So from there, for me, I got out. No one interviewed me. I got the border. I went back to my shop. I left other people behind and the police behind.
Okay, thank you. That is all.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, counsel, and everybody. On that very same day, no one interviewed me.
So you refuse to condemn him publicly?
Not necessarily that, because they called me to witness what is there. So I could not give information on what I've not yet got a clear information about everything.
Yes, you said there were journalists around that place, correct?
Yes. After Mr. Onebe's gate, there's a corridor which leads to some other people's residence, which is just at the gate of Mr. Onebe is the one who separates that road plus another resident.
There's no road in between?
There's no any road in between from the main road, from the main rise, from the main road entering to Mr. Onebe's home. There's no any road.
From the main road to Onebe's gate, how many gates are in between?
The gates which are there in between, there's only one gate on the left. Then the second gate is Mr. Onebe's gate.
That's on the left.
On the left, as you go to his home. And then on the right, that is the Catholic missionaries, whatever, office, which they have just bought from. They bought from Concern.
What Catholic one?
They are the sisters of the NGOs, is non-governmental organization is called the Sisters of Missionaries, something of the sort. It is a Catholic missionaries, whatever, sisters office. Yes.
How to maintain the road?
There now, according to the footage, you can't see because inside there the camera could not focus up to inside because the road goes inside.
when she branched off, did the vehicle also branch off?
Yes, definitely. His car is called Okale Funnel. Okale Funnel. Okale. I think his name is Mr. Okale. Yes, Mr. Okale Funnel, yes.
So when
Yes, counsel.
He told you there's an emergency.
Yes.
Did he tell you the nature of the emergency?
He declined to tell me the emergency. He declined to tell me the emergency.
You told this court that Commandia to go behind the house, correct?
When I reached the gate, I knocked. They opened for me. There were police officer and Mr. Okale. Then they allowed me in. Then they directed me to go behind the building.
You found the people there. What were they doing?
I found everybody standing. They were all standing in different positions. Yes, others were talking, others were standing.
Who told you and what did he tell you to you?
When I reached behind, I found Mr. Onebe seated at his veranda of the main house.
Was he on handcuffs?
My mind was focused on those people who are standing. Then they asked me, are you the LC? I said, yes, I'm the secretary, Mr. Kena Godfrey. They said, Mr. Kena, can you pass like this, go and observe what is inside there? Then indeed I did so.
So they just directed you to go and see what...
That pass from here and go and observe because they wanted me to see what is inside. So indeed I did the same. I saw a human being, which is dead, not alive. And
Mr. Kena,
yes,
you know how to know someone dead or alive?
of course, somebody who is alive, you cannot see, you will not be having the skull on the head.
So you saw the dead body.
I saw a dead body.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you see the head?
The head I saw, but it was full of the skull. There was no flesh. All the teeth were out up to the neck.
Up the neck.
Yes, up to the neck here. All the flesh was not there. Up to the neck, there was no flesh, only the skull, because it was up on top of the waist.
Now that you saw the head and the neck,
Yes.
were they together or were they detached?
They were all, the head was attached together with the body, but only the fingers, one fingers, this part, I think the left, was not there, and then this one was lying, was also on top of the huh? From here, it was off, it was not there. Here was just a short hand with some little flesh when somebody lying like that. Yes, the left fingers was missing. Just from the palm up to, yes, it was missing. From this joint, yes.
And you said the body was removed and taken away.
Afterward, after observing, I distanced myself because I have to leave way for my immobilizer to also witness, because they asked me, bring another person also to come and observe, LC members, which you have come with. Let's switch off this phone.
Mr. Kena,
Can,
you be in a position.
what I can demonstrate about the body, it was a human being or a dead body,
It is true, it's a dead body.
and
But you are seeing
the flesh, yes, it was lying on top. Some part was down halfway, some part, most of the part were half, lying, facing up, and I saw some I think knickers was still there in the body. So the body was lying.
Was it directed below the mantle?
Not directly because it is slightly inside. The leg was near the septic tank hole. The head was inside.
Let me assume that the septic tank was like this.
Exactly, yes, correct.
You said it had two manholes, correct?
Yeah.
It had this and this, correct?
I did not say it has two manhole because they told I saw one manhole which is open.
One.
The only one which was open. That's where we observed the body from.
Yes.
Exactly.
That one manhole that was open. What was the position?
I'm still repeating that very same manhole, the body lying, the legs at the side of the manhole, the head is inside. This, yes.
It's so stupid because it is you who saw. We are not there.
It is
God
true.
was not there.
Yes.
So show us.
This is the manhole. It is a rectangle form.
The manhole is big.
The manhole is a big manhole.
What is the manhole?
The manhole is this one. This is the septic
No,
tank.
the manhole is big. Yeah. This rectangular thing is
No.
the septic
The
tank.
septic tank is the biggest part of the
Exactly,
thing.
yes.
Then the manhole is the smallest portion, smallest hole, this small hole.
So
We observed from this side. The head, we observed from this manhole where the leg is down, next to the manhole here, the head is on this other part of the manhole, lying facing up. Because everybody was standing from this point, viewing inside, where the head is inside, the leg is down here. So that is the explanation I can give. Thank you, Counsel. But after bringing it out, the smell was a little bit much. Yes. It was on 9th of September 2021 at around, is it 1,000 hours, when I was called that police officers were back, and when I came back, the police vehicle was pumping the waste out of the septic tank, and nothing was recovered from then. All in all, our office with
It's okay, you can stop there. Is it true that you were called the next day?
That's where I told this, that after reading this was a wrong date which they put here. It was on 8th. It was, I think maybe some errors. It was the same day. That's when they pumped the whole thing, the waste from the tank. One which was not there. When they started their process, we were already inside. Other group were now the one trying to get the remain with the truck, flushing everything. Yes.
You are saying they flashed everything.
The statement I made after observing
When?
on 8th,
On 8th.
yes, of September 2021 at Mr. Onebe's home at the veranda of his boys' quarter.
State, can I have this statement?
Yes, my counsel.
Is that your statement?
The statement I gave, it was not me who wrote it,
Yes.
but I was giving explanation to the officer, and he was writing what I was saying. And then afterward I sign.
Yes, look at the statement.
Yes, the signature is mine. Yes, my yes, counsel. Sorry? I did not get a copy of this. This
Was it read to you?
red. Sorry, my lord, I did not get the message very clear. He gave me to read through.
Yes.
I read through. That's when I signed.
You signed.
Yes.
What were the mistakes? Like what?
There are some areas where the information you give somebody can put it in a different way of
The statement is there. Like
yes. Like the area. There's area which was talking about the police, the observing the footage from the police. That one is not what I.
Shall we get there?
Uh-huh.
I just want to ascertain when and where did you record this police statement?
Yes, my counsel. It was at Mr. Onebe's home
And it was on 8th.
on 8th, after observing the human being which was in the septic tank. Then they called me for writing a statement.
Then what happened on the 9th?
On the 9th, no one went back there. That was the last time I went there. And that is the area which I explained to him also that there was a mistake here.
Mr. Kenya,
Yes,
look at the first page of the statement.
yes.
Look at the date. Which date was that? On the first page.
The first page, the date is 9.
9th.
Yes.
Look at the last page.
The last page, the date was
9th.
9.
Correct?
Yes.
Look at your search certificate.
Church certificate, the date is 8.
Are you there?
I'm there.
Yes. What's the date of the certificate?
The certificate of search is reading 8th of September 2021, and then the date of the statement is 9 September 2021.
So you still maintain? Okay.
I still maintain I made a statement on 8 because this was the day when I made the statement. Exactly, on 8.
In your statement,
Yes.
when the fire brigade here in that way flash out whatever was in this room.
The fire brigade
Your statement.
came on the very same day of this, of 8.
What was the scope of your search?
The hope,
Scope.
the scope. Can you put it in a layman's language?
In layman's language, how far did you go in your search? Is it okay with you? Or
Yes, it's okay now.
Yes.
How far we went with the search? It was on that very same day only. That's what we did.
Where did you
Where did you do the search?
We did the search in my zone, in my village, in the swampy area, near, not very far from Mrs. Onebe's home, because the area is surrounded with swampy area. I was with police, which Mr. Onebe is the one who called, who brought those people. In Onebe's premises, we did not catch anything at home. I did not even enter in that or at their home to catch anything. That was the last day and the first day of searching, only in the swampy area. On 7th of we did not go to his home. Mr. Never's home, we did not reach there. No.
Are you aware that the police searched those premises on 7th?
No one gave the LC the information of doing the search. There was no any document which was handed over to the LC. After moving with them in the swamp area with my village people, from there now, everybody gave up. And because they were tired, we decided to call off the search on that day. I did not meet any police officer afterward. I got the information from the manager of gas petrol station, that CCTV footage. Yes, I've seen. That is number page 2.
Yes.
Yes.
You say, then after some days, are you there?
Yes.
Continue. Read that statement.
Then after some days, police officers came back on the ground to review the CCTV footage, and then it commenced a reach-out charge, and the footage were reviewed in my presence, and me saw her coming back from the main road, and after branching from the main road, heading to her place, then was a vehicle which was followed her, and that was were then end of the footage. Yes, Counsel.
Were you present when police were viewing CCTV camera?
I was not present, but what made me...
That's your statement.
Yes,
Were you present?
I was not present. I was not present.
CCTV camera to your side.
I just watched the footage from the camera of manager of gas petrol station. Not in that camera of for checking the footage, maybe at the police station or at anywhere I did not, or at anybody's business place. I did not do that.
You are present. Now you are denying it before God?
No, the reason as why I brought this statement, I was telling the OC who was writing my statement, that afterward, the police came and did their footage checking in those business places like the church, the petrol station, and then for the government camera, CCTV camera for the whatever, for the main road, also the police did it. That is after seeing. That's why I brought, after seeing the footage, that's when I brought that statement, because I believe the police got the footage.
So, what you are saying,
Yes.
what is in the statement? The footage,
Yes, Counsel.
the manager's phone,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Can you repeat exactly what you want?
I saw the footage because the manager of gas petrol station is one of the person I was.
What he saw, exactly what did you say?
What I saw,
Manager gas,
what I saw in the phone of the manager of gas petrol station was the footage of Immaculate Onebe moving towards her, going to her home, and then she branched to her home. Then afterward, since they were in the same line of going home, there was also another car. Yes. camera can bring that footage.
Residence.
Where she branches from that corner going to her home. I think that from the main road to reach her gate.
Yes. You are the leader in that area.
Yes, my counsel. The camera which we were all trying to look at that can give us a clear thing was the camera of Richard Church. And then along the road after Mrs. Onebe's home, there's another gentleman with a camera up. No one approached it. I don't know whether Mrs. Onebe approached him. There was also another place we suspected to be having cameras, but we did not spot. I did not even bother to follow those cameras which were ahead of the home.
From the corner.
Yes, my lord. Yes. In between there, there's a Catholic NGO which is almost opposite Mr. Onebe's home. They bought that building from Concern Worldwide, which before Concern was having a camera. But when they bought, I don't know whether they have put cameras. One is the government. Yeah, the first one is the government cameras. In the middle is the gas petrol station cameras. Then the last one, as toward the junction going to Mr. Onebe's lane or Dr. Kagwa Rise, that is the Reach Out Church camera. I did not tell the police because I was not involved in the issues of the CTV charging. That's why I could not go and report to the police. Yes. Along the road heading to Onebe's place after branching, I was suspecting another CCTV camera to be in somebody's residence ahead. It could not show even, I did not see even the number plate could not be seen, but you see a vehicle. Yes. The footage of the vehicle or for Mrs. Onebe? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Taking towards Onebe's home, and that's where he last saw that footage.
Exactly.
Yes. What did you mean Onebe's rise?
Not on Onebe's Rise. That rise right now with the road naming is called Dr. Kagwa Rise. Yes. So Mr. Onebe is staying in Dr. Kagwa Rise. That's where his residence is. So the footage we saw was after embarking on from the main road of Cape Road or Wavamonos Road, branching to Dr. Kagwa Rise where Mr. Onebe is staying. That's where the footage stopped because inside there was some.
So the footage stopped at her branching to another road.
Exactly.
But heading towards
Heading to her.
to her home.
Yes.